button.
Press the
Hello,
button.
everybody! Welcome to Shenanigoons, the Book of Fables, that kinda sorta fairy tale RP or D&D campaign where you contribute to the chaos. I am Angela, your 1940s father figure, according to my glasses. Where have you been all night, young lady?
You don't want to know.
Anyway, you've been preparing to fight a Queen of Fae, which is a terrible idea, and would get you all in trouble with your parents. Maybe just Harland. Anyway.
My parents would have to care.
Starting with the dark jokes. Let's have fun. All right, everybody. Hope you're all doing very well this fine Tuesday evening. We are here to play some Dungeons and Dragons for you in our delightful homebrew campaign setting of Vale. And we are also here because of a couple really kick-ass organizations and people and friends of ours.
Do tell.
Well, to start off, we are part of the Nerdsmith Network, which you can see as the fact that you are in the Twitch channel of We Are Nerdsmith. And you can find us at nerdsmith.org or on Patreon at patreon.com/nerdsmith if you like what you watch tonight and what you glimpse, and if you would like to continue supporting us and helping us keep the lights on, pay artists, and oh no, already we have a thing that I will get to.
Lord, people. Already? I don't have faith.
Ass. Well, Mouse is here in spirit and in chaos.
Amazing.
Anyway, thank you, Lane, for contributing the NPC for Mouse, who could not be here but did really want me to bring a character in. So we are sponsored by a couple of really amazing companies. First and foremost, Eldritch Foundry, where we created our beautiful portraits of our characters. You can find them at the link in chat if you would like to design your own fantasy miniatures. You can get them in digital or physical 3D printed, and please check them out. We are also sponsored by World ANVIL, the most comprehensive campaign management and world building suite of tools that I am proud to call a sponsor. They are delightful. We have our own World ANVIL account and a cat.
Daisy.
Daisy is our World ANVIL editor. She collects all of the information in the little galaxy on her collar, like in Men in Black. And anyway, we have the World of Vale, our homebrew setting. Hello, Alora. Setting. I hope your travel's going good. You can go to the World of Vale and check out information about this campaign and previous seasons of Shenanigoons. We will be releasing, and our patrons currently have access to exclusive World Anvil content, like fiction about Harland by our very own Kyle, some downtime stuff, and you'll be getting some really kick-ass. We will have some TTRPG content for you to use in your own streams, like locations and NPCs and things of that nature. Maybe some adventure modules we design based on adventures here in the game. I don't know. And we will see what we see. But please check us out at patreon.com/nerdsmith if you want to find that stuff as it gets out. We are also, last but not least, sponsored by Die Hard Dice.
What?
Which our beloved Tessa, player of Paru, will tell us something about.
Yes, we have some lovely, lovely dice that we are featuring this month, for the month of September. These are the Larkspur Dreamscape. They are a purpley blue shifting. What are you doing, cat? Shifting kind of purple blue glitter and a copper metal. They are gorgeous. I love them. Normally, we like to give away dice. You might have to pry these ones from my cold dead hands, but
oh my.
I might be nice as well and say maybe next week for the last show of September we will go ahead and auction. That's not the word I was looking for. Oh, are they Daisy approved?
Daisy approved?
Daisy approved. Daisy
Gotta
approved,
love 'em.
guys. That is hilarious. She actually normally does not stick her face in dice at all. She's normally afraid of them. So we will raffle these off next week. So please come to our show next week, and then you could, if you don't want to wait that long, you can go to dieharddice.com and use the code Nerdsmith for 10% off your order. So please support Die Hard Dice. They are amazing. We love them, and roll with the best.
Woo! Certainly roll with the best. We can't wait for you to see other things. There's something else for us to share today.
What?
I mean, it's not really super sharing, but we're going to use it a little bit today. Today, we're going to hang out with a little something I like to call my dice cam. While we're doing combat tonight, you'll get to see a couple of choice rolls. Actually, you're going to see all my rolls tonight. I'm playing fast and loose right now. Like, I don't always like letting people see my dice rolls. Sometimes, you know, I got my ways, and that's not always great for everyone. Ooh, hello. And we'll see how it goes. If you're lucky, we'll break copyright, and I'll roll my Ninja Turtle dice.
What?
Anyway, so we'll be doing that over the course of the night when things happen. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't think anything too busy is going to happen tonight. Do you?
No,
It's
no,
pretty
it's fine.
basic. I mean, we're doing beach episode, right? We're just doing beach episode?
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
This game
Not combat at all.
This game brings so much meaning to the concept of a beach episode.
Like Beach of Death.
Yeah, right? Speaking
Normandy is where
of-
we're going.
Speaking
There we go.
of,
Yeah, pretty much.
we're going to do a brief recap of what's going on, especially those of you who might be new, who might not know what the heck. Oh, thank you, Heather. You are amazing. Before we do that, we will take a break to give you a recap. But first and foremost, as I said, we are the kind of sort of fairy tale D&D campaign where you contribute to the chaos. You want to know how you contribute to the chaos? You tip us on Streamlabs. If you go to our Streamlabs link, which is in all of these chat posts or at the bottom of the video, you can find the way to tip us. And different tip levels engage different types of... I mean, Daisy's just obsessed. She's super excited about... I mean, talk about chaos.
Paru is going to be played by Daisy tonight. Button is taking over for Paru. Someone please screenshot this for my girlfriend. Thank you. It's amazing.
Yes, if anyone would like to screenshot that, please. Anyway, contributing to the chaos. Take a look down below and you will see the different ways you can do that. $5 level will contribute a reroll to the party's reroll pool, which allows them to reroll any d20. They can stack, they can continue re-rolling. If they want to use them all up, that's fine with me. We have, I believe Kyle is our master of re-rolls, keeps our our tally going.
Yep, we're at 6 right now.
We're at 6 right now, very good. Next on our list, you can also contribute them to me if you want, but you don't have to, it's fine. I control everything else in the game. I'm fine just, you know, rolling dice. So at the $15 level, you cause us to roll on the Wheel of Causality. The Wheel of Causality is a wheel that you can see here below me right now. We will spin it, and the character you select in your comment on your tip will spin the wheel and deal with the consequences of said wheel. We have a bunch of in-game and meta stuff for the players. They have all consented to do anything that's on the wheel. We've all gone over it, but they don't know what they're gonna have to do, so that's always very enjoyable. Given the fact that tonight is a very pivotal combat episode, it will be interesting what might happen if some of this nonsense gets unleashed.
Oh no. Stuffed animals falling in the middle of the battlefield.
People switching people switching character sheets. Who knows? It'll be fun.
We've done that before in a battle.
Only speaking in questions, but that's sometimes combat. It's fine. Finally, not finally, second to last, $25 lets you create an NPC. We've already got one tonight that's locked and loaded and ready to go. But if you do so, you can let me know some information about them. Give me their name, their pronouns, what they look like, and maybe some fun fact, like maybe a fun fact about them or why they're there. That's always fun, and I will do my best to incorporate them into the session. And if not the session that you do it, I will get it in the next one. That's usually my guarantee within 2 episodes or less. But many of our guested NPCs have become kind of pivotal to the plot, so you might find yourself in a kind of important position. Who knows? Your brainchild might end up on our in our I don't know, internet mouths. I don't know.
As our adopted children.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That happens.
So, finally, for $50, which we have gotten a couple of these, and you guys are amazing, amazingly generous, DMX Machina. That is, at any point during the game, if you donate $50, the player of your choice gets 1 minute of DM powers. Boy, that'll be fun in the middle of this episode. And yeah.
Idea. No one hates that idea, just so you know.
Yeah, nobody hates that idea. So
Nobody hates it.
I mean, you could do 2 NPCs, or you could let Harland run the combat for a minute.
Listen.
Which I'm gonna Gonk want wheel. Very good. Thank you,
wheel.
Gonk. You have to tell us though who's going to inherit the circumstances of the wheel. So if you want to let me know who's
Daisy
gonna
will
do
inherit the
it,
circumstances of the
Oh
wheel.
boy.
just let me know, Brandon, who you want to spin
Memories,
the wheel.
right?
Alright, there we go.
Gonk might have been one of the first time I laughed in this.
Yes.
It was
Well,
so funny.
let's-
Gonk like funny
Let's
blue
see.
men.
It is up to Gonk. If Gonk would like chat to choose, that's fine. Yes, enjoy the hotel. We have 2. Gonk's in a hotel right now. He's living it up. He's just eating cheese and sausage on a little plate that's like way too big for his hand, or way too little for his hand. What do you say, guys? Who do you want to roll on the wheel? We'll do that first thing during
Oh my
session
God.
when we start. You let me know. When you let me know, we'll deal with it. We don't have to do it right now. But thank you. Anyway, those are our ways of contributing to the chaos. So have fun. Alrighty. Let's get
Someone is
to
saying
our...
Harland.
But not Gonk. Gonk gets first dibs. If Gonk wants to give to the chat, that's fine. In the meantime, you can let me know during our intro. Okay, we'll be back in a moment.
Are you done?
Welcome back. Hello, everybody. So, previously on Shenanigoons, we're going to give a very, very general recap. Our heroes are currently in the process of defending their homeland. Who, oh, thank you. I'm the editor. The animator is a cool stock website that I used to build it. I did a couple things myself. Okay, so Harland has been selected for the wheel. That's
Yay.
very appropriate. Sorry, I kept saying Gonk didn't pick who it was. Idea Games is Gonk. Hi, Brandon. Sorry, I didn't remember what your Twitch name was. Anyway. The party is currently in the process of defending their homeland. They were raised in a book. In an enchanted book that inside of it contains a fictional facsimile of the Feywild, created by a man currently known only as the Lord of Tales. It includes within it a fictionalized version of, in our world, the 6 queens of Fae. Their majesties of the word, the vine, the folk, the hunt, of beauty, and of the trade. They are all responsible for different domains within the queensdom, which is where this book, what exists in this book. And what the party later discovered in the course of their adventures was that the Fae queens were in fact known by another name. They were known as the Babas. Baba Yaga being the patron of our very own Paru. Paru looks like a goblin. Not a goblin.
Not a goblin.
She is a Nacosta, and the Nacosta descend from the Baba Yaga and her bloodline. But the Queens of Fae within the Fae book are actually, like I said, fictional versions of the Babas. And they are the mentors of our heroes, each of them under the tutelage of a particular queen and their 5th party member, Vilain. Vilain is a changeling, and he was a rogue, and was under the tutelage of Her Majesty of the Trade. Her Majesty of the Trade, as evidence began mounting, is a traitor among the queens. She is playing them on behalf of the love of her life, the Lord of Tales, the former king and husband of these 6 fictional Fae queens. He apparently made fanficky versions of the Fae queens that jilted him or rejected him or didn't want to give him their power, and he made them all hang out in this book. The Babas will exist on our Patreon. I realized that I should definitely put a thing up about them. Including a link to the art that inspired it, which was a picture of many, many chicken huts. Like a herd of them moving around. It's the best thing.
Kyle, I am offended.
It's true.
It's true. So true. It's so true.
I guess the truth can be offensive, but this one shouldn't be.
So Her Majesty of the Trade was revealed to be a traitor. Haha. Thank my husband for that joke. That's how she got picked to be the traitor. So in the original conception of the story. And not only that, her charge, Vilain, who had been saved by the party, defeated, then saved by the party, after being taken over and sort of influenced by the Lord of Tales himself. Her Majesty of the Trade was responsible for that possession. Vilain experienced a lot of emotional trauma and a lot of issues because of the way he was apparently treated as he was being trained, and the fact that he was coerced or tricked into signing up with the Lord of Tales. You all are currently in league with Vilain, though, because he's figured some stuff out. You guys have helped him recover from quite a bit of trauma and come to terms with what happened, and helped remove a curse that Her Majesty of the Trade had placed upon him that essentially acted as a geas that put his life in danger if he attempted to even consider the circumstances that happened to him, let alone tell someone or speak about it. You were able to get rid of the curse with the help of the Babas, and now the 5 of you are back in the book where you are heroes. And in this case, heroes of old, because much time passes in the book when you are outside of it, and one assumes generations have passed in the Feywild. You returned back to find a different home than you left. The Queens of Fae have scattered to the winds and are no longer a cohesive unit sharing a throne room. They now are sort of paired off in different places around the Fae book, and you traveled to each of them to kind of check up on them, see what's going on. Oliette, you were able to talk to your queen, Her Majesty of the Word, who revealed that she was responsible for this fracturing. You all had connected the Babas and their fictional counterparts in the book by letting them read from it, and that basically caught the queens up on everything. However, Her Majesty of the Word did realize that that meant that Her Majesty of Trade probably getting left out of that exchange because of her betrayal, which you are aware of and the Queen of the Word is aware of, but you have not told anybody else. You are currently trying to organize a coup with Her Majesty of the Word's aid. And in the interim time between when you last were here and when you've arrived now in the future, you have discovered that Her Majesty of the Word also tried to lay a bit of groundwork for you all in the form of positioning you to have armies at your disposal, each of you having, with varying success, attempted to recruit an army to aid you. Paru, as a druid of spores. You have the Circle of Spores at your aid, the myconid community, the mushroom people that live underground and now on top of the surface of all over the Queensdom. Sniffs, your confidant and friend, as he has become part of the circle in a very physical and metaphysical sense, is all down for helping. He loves you. He made copies so you wouldn't be lonely.
I know, he's such a good boy.
He tries to take care of you. And if any of you have played Dark Souls, he's a giant mushroom that will punch you in the face. And there are 5 of them right now. There are currently 5 duplicates of Sniffs hanging around. Harland. Let's start with the easy ones first. Beza, you recruited the hunters, the rangers of the hunt, the warriors of Her Majesty of the Hunt, your adopted father and mother's forces. Your adopted mother, of course, being also your mentor, Her Majesty of the Hunt, and your papa being Sir Tuskendale, the Loxodon knight, the elephant. But with the help of Sir Tuskendale's son, aka your foster brother, another Loxodon named Ivoric Tuskendale, you have recruited the Rangers to assist during this coup attempt, and they are at your back. Harland, you left and you started a cult unintentionally. It started as groupies, quickly turned into a religion. Funny how that happens.
I mean, can you blame them?
They all have K-pop wands. They're just blue. They all have big ears. They're all shaped like your head.
Little blue flames.
Mm-hmm. No, actually, definitely unintentionally. I mean, it's not like you dissuaded the groupies to begin with, but you did try. You were able to convince... you were able to convince them to help. Your former, one of your former heads of the Harlots and the Harlequins, the Harland groupie groups, the fan clubs, they have joined forces as part of this religious group order of warriors and scoundrels and nonsense people, including, Dear Lord, I don't remember. I blacked out after that episode. I turned it into a Monty Python sketch and I totally blacked out. But they're all there and they are ready to fight for their Lord and Savior, Harland Firebranch. AKA the Maestro, as they called him. Finally, an attempt was made. Not gonna put any color commentary about whether that was a well-executed plan or not. But you attempted to collect your former Mean Girls group, your little clique, now known as the Hive of Displeasure, run by a satyr of some reputation named Misery. Oliek went in guns blazing and bitch heels on to try to convince Misery, hey, we're super cool and we don't need you, but like, you wanna help us? I'm sitting there going, okay, that's a strategy, and that went great. It went great. Yeah, but like when you want to, sorry, I'll be Villain for a second.
It's fine.
But when you like, you want to help. You want help?
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No. Shh. No. You tell them, and then they think it's their idea. That's how that works.
I'm going to predict right now, Kyle.
Oh my God.
Kyle, I'm going to predict right now what Alora's reaction to that is, and I quote, Kyle, I'm screaming right now. I'm just going to assume that's what Alora would say to that. We'll confirm in a moment. I do have chat running now because when Kyle puts things in the chat, they end up on the screen.
That they do.
So, anyway. One assumes that there will be some forces from Villain, as Villain has allied himself with Her Majesty of Beauty. The Baba who represents, or Her Majesty of Beauty represents a Baba who helped save Villain from the curse that was on him. And so they've bonded a little bit. So you assume there'll be some help there. Now, we have a few things to suss out here. First of all, Alora, thank you so much for the rerolls that you gifted to us just before session started. You know the drill, rerolls for everyone, including the villains. So I get one too. So the party gets 4 rerolls and I get 1. It's a D30, right, Alora? That's how my extra dice work?
No.
Don't worry, it's bent on one side so it never goes into the single digits. I really want to get a new D30 because it's very cool and really helpful for random tables. If you can track down a D30, it's really fun for random tables. Anyway. Yeah, it's just a higher variance dice. That's what we'll say. Not busted to crap.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have to spin the wheel too.
And we will be spinning the wheel. Thank you, Gonk, because Gonk like funny blue man. Let's get to spinning that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Gotta maximize the screen here, just so I can see
We
it.
got ourselves rhyme time.
Yeah.
If ever there was a good one, rhyme time is it for right now. Let me double check what the rules for rhyme time are. Because if it's what I think it is, tonight's gonna be fun. Just double checking. Okay. You got off easy, Kyle. For the next scene, you can only speak in rhyme.
Sounds good.
Hi, Caitlin. Very well. Now, players, let's be fair here. Should Kyle only be allowed to speak in rhyme for the next scene?
Challenging me?
Are you going to make all of us do it?
No, just him. He's the one who rolled.
Yeah.
Just for tonight.
Listen, if I can make something rhyme with avian, I believe in you.
How about this, Kyle? You want to go for double points? Not that points are a thing in this game.
Well, the points are made up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Points don't matter.
And the rules don't matter. I know I got that backwards. Don't add
I
it.
will give the party another re-roll if you do in and out of character in rhyme.
In and out of character?
Yes. For the next scene.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay?
We believe in you.
Tell me when it starts, just so that
We
we're all
will
on the same
start when
page.
I start the scene. When I
Okay.
start narrating, you start doing that. Okay? Luckily, this is the prep, so it's not going to be that long of a scene. Alrighty. Let's get going. And I don't think I missed any other ones. We have our character is going to come up eventually. And we'll get started. Oh, look, I can turn off studio mode now. So you have all been grouped. You've all come together knowing that you're going to have to deal with this. You have done your best to collect your forces. We're going to hand wave it and say you have the ability to send word to them. Maybe Sigfin, the giant raven, will help you to pass the note through class and tell them all to come hang out. Her Majesty of the Word seemed like she was your main contact about when this all begins. When you have finished with the Hive of Displeasure, which Harland so graciously, so even-handedly ripped the entrance hole off the termite mound, of which he still is in possession of,
So perfect.
with his magic item, gift of Her Majesty of Beauty. You have that, and you leave. After you talk to the Hive, what do you want to do? Like, how do you want, assuming that that's the last stop of accumulating people to fight with you, and that you will reach out to them and give them instructions, what do you do next? In anticipation for this, do you just check in with Her Majesty of the Word to try to figure out what's going to happen? Or do you want to kind of set up on your own? Or any of the other queens are totally legitimate if you want to talk to anybody.
Where we left off was that we were hanging out in a cave to rest with Gura.
That's right. You ran into Gura. Gura, the turtle who trained Harland in the art of not giving a fuck. He's an existential turtle
love him.
who just, like, talks about himself in the third person and thinks about the universe.
We stand a king.
Something else happened. Oliette, you did something. You left the
I
cave.
made a lot of choices last week.
Yeah, you made a lot of choices. You made some
talking about
choices
the
and you
little
made some
picture?
choices.
You know.
No, it was something when you guys were at the cave. I think you just went to like decompress. You like left the whole.
Oh
the
no,
cave.
it was that I was going down to talk to Villain, I think, because Villain had walked away and they were doing a think or something.
Yeah, they were doing a think and a thunk. Okay, well let's start there. Right? We didn't have that conversation. We just said you
I
were
don't
going to
know.
do
We
it.
didn't say. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, here's what we do. Let me first change the music, because this is very fucking dramatic. It's some Bridgerton shit.
Is that not what we're playing?
So it's
Have I been
perfect.
doing
This
this wrong?
very
the whole time?
moment, not this very moment.
I will say that I have been playing a game called Court of Flowers, and I cannot wait to bring it to Nerdsmith. It's
Delightful.
fucking wild if you want to play Bridgerton.
I would just like to let everyone know, just for some mood setting right now, that the song we're currently listening to is called "And at the End We Trade Our Masks." Just gonna say that's
foreboding at all.
Yeah, just gonna say that's currently the track.
It's okay.
So you guys are currently, I believe, you're duskward. It was like sunset when you were at this cave. For those of you not familiar with my version of the Feywild, directions aren't really cardinal directions. They are in this weird way. Everywhere you move, the sun sort of magically shifts where it is, but it doesn't move where you are. So there is dawnward, duskward, twilightward, and dayward, and it's just different.
Squidward.
What? Squidward? That's.
So what about Squidward?
That's where Her Majesty of being an asshole is. She's Squidward.
I love you. I'm sorry.
Anyway. So you, it's dusk, because it's dusk the whole time. Gura has set everybody up inside the cave. It's just a place to rest and just figure out some shit. He just starts a fire. You guys are all hanging out, and Vilain kind of slips away for a little while. I believe there was I think if I remember correctly, there was like a lake outside or something, or a pond. There was some water.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was sort of staring down in it, I think. He trotted down off this little, very Pride Rock looking cliff edge. And Sigfinn's there, just like hanging out, like perched up on the mountain. And beneath the rocks, maybe 10, 20 feet down, not a far climb, not that big of a deal, you have wings, is a little glade. It's lush, it has a lot of dark blues and greens and things like that. It's very sort of tropical. And he's just hanging out there. A couple of things that have changed. A few things have changed. It is, he is not in roguish outfit, you know that. He has started wearing something a bit more armored, just a little bit, not a lot, like maybe literally just some shoulder pads and something. He is no longer blue-eyed. The bright, pale blue eyes that he has always had ever since you've known him. It's always been the obvious thing about him when he's not in a different form. Are no longer like that. They're wide and pale, and there's a bit of like a dark circle around each of them. Doesn't make him look tired, just makes him look very alien. But he also seems more relaxed than he's been in a long time. And then obviously in addition to that, he has like a sword, I think. That was part of the other thing that he had. So he's got some knight accoutrement with him. And he's just sort of, he kind of kneels down in to the water, he kind of shakes out his hair, he sort of brushes it back. He's got that kind of like, I woke up like this, but I spent a ton of money on hair gel kind of look, but in this case it's just Fey water. You can bottle that shit and make a mint.
Gotta get me some of that.
So yeah, he's just hanging out. His sword is on, like his scabbard's on the ground. He's just kind of hanging out.
I assume the rest of us are up in this cave. I'll just stand up. I'll give Harland kind of a kiss on the top of his head. I'll be right back, okay?
Sounds good. Be good.
Okay.
That's all I got. Sorry. My brain is fried from today.
Oh no.
I'll be better. Just let me work up to it.
That's fine. That one didn't count. That one didn't count.
Just practice. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will go down and
It's not my scene. It's fine. It will.
It's fine.
go. Yeah, I'll just flutter down there and kind of give Valine a little bit of space at first. We're really good at talking to each
Shakes
other
out like
without
a
saying
dog.
anything. Yeah. So just kind of wait and see if they offer a beginning to whatever is going on with their brain right now.
Let's see if he notices you.
Could he not?
Okay.
Actually, I didn't look at the dice cam, but
It's fine.
Neither did I.
The audience did. That's what matters.
that's what matters.
So, he's staring out the water, and he looks down. He starts kind of adjusting one of his shoes, one of his boots, and you hear him call out a little bit towards you, evenly, not like a shout. You need something, sunshine.
No, just seeing what you're doing. You were a little, I don't know, you've been a little, mopey is such an unkind word. You've been a little soft since you met your queen. I guess I'm just doing the friend thing, you know, like, how are you, blah, blah, blah.
So soft is not lying and cheating and dicking people over. That's soft, not doing those things.
Is it not? Are we misunderstanding one another?
Okay.
We still like you, even if you're soft.
That's good. That's good to know. Thank you.
What's going on with you?
What is not going on with me? Seriously.
Okay, well, yes, fair.
Sorry, you're looking for specifics, aren't you?
It would cut down on this amount of the back and forth. Yeah, it would help us get to the point a little bit.
Most of our conversations are just back and forth. Back and forth sarcasm was what I meant to say.
No. I know that. I just...
You call me soft, you're looking for sincerity. Now there's a shocker.
Listen.
Ew, feelings.
Whatever. I'm just trying to make sure you're okay, because I have a feeling that it's gonna get pretty ugly. So...
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good assessment, actually. I'm okay. I'm just, recalibrating.
To be back.
How's it feel?
It's weird. It's always weird to come back. So,
Yeah.
you're not alone in that. A lot's fucking changed. Except Sniffs. Which is weird, right? Like,
I mean,
it's
he
wild.
has. He just found a way to make it look like he hadn't.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh. I don't remember if Elaine was there. I think
He was.
He was.
Okay.
Villain and the rest of us were there. It was just
It was
Oliette
just Oliette
because
was
she
gone.
went to go
Yep.
see the Queen Lord.
You are correct. So, he says, oh, right, you weren't there. Sniffs is part of the great mushroom beyond or something, whatever it is, the circle. All like the big, the big like, the big psychic mushroom net stuff, like the big spongy stuff all over the walls.
I guess?
He I don't know, he ascended and meshed into it. Those are like copies. They're him, like he's like in there, but he's like in all of them at the same time, like a hive thing, like a hive mind. I think he made him so that Paro wouldn't feel like he left, which he hasn't. He's just weird now.
Okay, I'm okay with this information.
You sure? You look very okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that mushrooms could ascend to a greater state of... I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
My point is, that's not the point. My point is,
Okay.
a way that doesn't... I don't want to be mean, but I want to make sure that...
Oh my god.
Are you gonna fall apart? If you see her, are you going to fall apart?
What's falling apart look like to you?
I just want to make sure that you can hold your own. We don't want to lose you again.
I'm not gonna run away from her, and I'm not gonna run away from any of you. This whole thing with taking an oath, you kind of stick with it.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I just wanted to check. I still...
Yeah?
Whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you're fine.
I am okay.
Is the Queen of Beauty going to send somebody to help you?
I don't know.
We have at least 3 armies. I don't think Misery's going to show up, I'll be honest.
Really?
I'm okay
You
with
think,
that.
You think, like, walking in and going, hey, bitch, I hate you, help me. You think that was gonna, like, smooth things over?
Never know.
People are weird, and you bring out the weird in them.
Hey, that's probably the nicest thing that you've said to me in a long time.
Ah, okay. Well, you're welcome. I don't know. She said that she was really cryptic. You know how they are.
Or
But I think she'll tell me if there's something I can do with her power, or if it's just me backing y'all up, which I'm fine with. I'm okay being the steady hand in the back. That sounded like I was grabbing your ass. I didn't mean that. I just meant
listen, it's a slip. It happens to the best of us. It's fine.
I mean, yeah.
I'm kidding.
You're gonna wear that to the battle? Really?
I mean, it kind of looks really... I haven't had a new outfit in a while.
I mean, if you're gonna, either intimidate or distract. Either way, it works. I mean, it works.
Grown up in the
It
tutu.
will work.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't come back after generations and still be wearing a tutu.
But
Like,
it was
this
like
whole thing.
But it was like
Come on.
your brand.
I know, but
I guess brands gotta.
I have to evolve. And then I'll franchise it out, and we'll have like a whole Oliet line, and I'll take over later when we have less things to do.
I just want to clarify with you, like, you did go see you saw what happened to Harlan, right? Like, a bunch of people wearing the same stuff, worshiping a personality is not like a concern for you? Or is it just because they're worshiping Harlan and not you?
It's there. I don't care. She's just, she's gross. Ugh.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay. No. I see what's happening.
No, you don't. Don't act like that.
No, I don't.
Not cute. It doesn't go with your armor.
Everything goes with my armor. It's white.
Okay. Anyway, I'm not worried about that. I don't think... Well, it was hard to tell. I couldn't tell how much Harlan was enjoying himself, to be honest with you.
I don't know. He seemed more freaked out than anything. It was a lot. A lot of this has been a lot.
Should have waited on that Henley. That was dangerous. That was a dangerous...
It really
that could have been a tactical error.
I mean, not that I'm saying anything, but like,
right?
If I didn't respect you, you have to watch yourself. I'm fucking kidding. I mean,
I'm
aesthetically, sure. Window
Okay,
shopping, absolutely. Anyway, sorry.
Stay off topic.
Angela is like bleeding into Villain right now because of my hang up about Henley's. It's fine.
I just
Okay.
want to make sure you're okay. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And when you're done, moping very poetically into the river.
Not moping. I am considering my place in the universe.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not without at least a little bit of tequila in you. It's dangerous to go in there alone. You know what I mean?
Take this.
Existential consideration does tend to be a buddy system activity.
Right.
Because we're all connected.
All right. Whatever. I'll just punch him really hard in the shoulder.
You hit metal. There's
Fine.
armor. Fine, you find a squishy part and you punch him. There she is. You're gonna be okay.
I'm always okay. First of all.
Are you going to be really okay? At least till the battle starts.
Maybe? Probably? I think so. I don't know. Yes? I don't know. What kind of a question is that?
A concerned friend question?
I'm fine. It's weird. It's definitely weird. But I mostly just want to make sure the queen is okay. I don't like... I'm telling you, she was not... That was,
It's weird seeing people you idolize suddenly look human, especially when they're not human.
Yeah.
You,
To see her like that, because, I realized that if we manage to pull this off, we still have to go to the archive, right? And I can't take the book with me, so it would remain at risk away from me. And if something happens to the book, then I lose her, and that's... I don't want to do it again, I don't want to do it again. So...
yeah, she's important to you.
I guess. Yeah. So, this has to go off perfectly without a hitch.
That's not gonna happen.
And yes, it will. Everything's going to go off just exactly how we want it to.
Why don't you start from the other side of it? Why don't you assume everything's gonna be garbage and then get pleasantly surprised?
Now you sound like yourself again.
Yeah, try.
We can't fuck this up, so.
We're gonna, but we'll. Nope. I'm not gonna say that. That was literally Villain said that in character.
No, it's fair. It's accurate.
We just do what we normally do, and I'm going to edit myself. We fail upwards.
Sure.
I'll let you know if if Her Majesty of Beauty tells me anything.
Fine. Out of curiosity, since you brought her up.
He has this sigh on his face, like he was basically expecting this from the moment you came here to talk to him.
Wasn't gonna, but you brought her up.
Mm-hmm.
Is she who you expected?
Well, they sort of mind melded, so there's still some Baba Zasha in there when she talks. Yeah, sure. What? What, you mean something different?
Is not cute on you.
Ask me up front.
I told you who she looks like to me. Sort of. I'm just curious. I realized, like, I've never seen her before. Why aren't we talking about this? Like, how do I not? This should be something we all talk about. Right? That's pretty fucking wild. Like, if you think about it, if she could teach us how to do that. Like, what an incredible. Anyway, I was just curious if she looked how you expected.
Yeah, she did.
Well, she's not as pretty as the one that I saw, so
Okay.
rest assured.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, we need to eat and go to sleep.
Will do, General.
All right. I'll just kind of like flip my hair over my shoulder and head back up.
Night, Elliot.
I'm not gonna respond to that. That was weird.
Besa comes back dragging something behind her. I got dinner.
Oh, shit. You know, I keep getting surprised when you come hauling something out of a forest, but I really should stop.
It's not one of those nightmare horses, right?
They followed us here. Why would...
Oh, no.
No.
Hey, Harland. There's food. Paru.
Yeah, you need help with the cooking?
Probably because I don't have taste buds, so you don't want me cooking it.
Just a sec. I'll get booking.
I just heard food, so I'm here.
Yeah, come on over. Well, I mean, it's not food yet. It's just...
No, I'm pretty sure that it's still food before you cook it. It's
Listen,
just
not
very-
everything can be from the perspective of a mushroom, okay?
Why not?
Also, Sniffs is like a mushroom angel, or what? I don't. What has happened?
Mushroom angel. I mean, he is an angel.
He is
An
angel.
absolute angel.
He, like, okay, so his original physical body still exists. It's just been incorporated into, like, the actual core of the center of the circle. Like, you could see the outline of him, but, you know, mushrooms can spawn with spores, and so he let some spores go to make copies of himself. So druids are weird, and spores,
mushrooms are weird, and so you put them together, and it's just fucking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what you say about spores, they certainly ain't boars.
This is true. We yes, absolutely.
Hey, Ollie? What happens next? Have you gotten a text?
I don't even know what that is, but
You
I'm
read
so upset.
books. It's the text in a book.
how would I?
assume.
It's
That's
like the
okay,
written word,
whatever.
you
That's
heard?
not how that's...
No, I haven't. I don't have a way to contact her the way I normally do, so we'll have to go see her. I think to tell her that we've done our best. Might leave out our last stop because that was a little rough. And we have what we have. We've got what we got.
I mean, Para's got mushrooms and Beza's got hunters, and your team will tear the Queen's ego asunder.
If they show up.
And Gura talks up, and you have this blonde man, and Sage the wizard sitting there. Hey, what's up? Who are you trying to talk to?
Oh,
What are you
Hi.
here? What are you doing here?
Just wandering around. There's
how did you?
Hey, and how?
you take a left and a right, and you dip through the center of existence, and you pop out wherever.
Perfect.
Wait,
Fun seeing you
who
guys
are
here.
you? What's in this stew?
Oh,
It's not stew yet.
come
You
on
still
now.
I still have to go gather the vegetables.
Come on now,
No,
big
no, no,
guy.
I got
No. Come on, big guy. It's fine. You all were at what was that?
Rose up on the river.
Tulip on the river. No,
Rose up on the river.
no, that's not
The
it.
lake?
That's not it. It's
No, it really is.
That's what it is.
Daisy on the sun shower.
Okay.
I like
So-
Daisy on the Sun Shower. That's better.
Mm.
You should rename it.
How are you?
What am I? I'm here.
Can I just like reach out and poke him in the shoulder? Just to... Are you
If you
really?
go a little lower, I've got a little muscle definition right there, love. Just not right there.
Okay. Well, I hope you like dead animal soup.
I'm a big fan.
Dead animal soup? That's what we're calling it? What happened to stew?
Hey, I appreciate someone being upfront with things. Everything on the surface, all the cards laid out. Not really that keen on it myself, but I appreciate other people with whom follow that.
That you're here. Can you acknowledge that at the very minimum? It is weird that you're here.
I mean, the fact that any of us here are here is weird.
No, you specifically.
Why? Well, I mean, I am not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
But you're gonna look a dead one.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna make it into
It's not a
stew,
horse. It's not a horse.
It's not a
It's
horse.
not a horse.
No, I just I was kicking around and and got a little turned around, but you know, ended up somewhere interesting. Not every day you end up in a what was that?
Storybook.
That's a really charming way of putting it. No, I like that. I was
I'm
gonna
a
say
very
extra
charming
dimensional interpretation of an existing planar energy, but sure.
I mean, it's also that.
I just prefer whimsy.
I can appreciate that too. Not that keen on it myself. He leans back in his entire gold outfit. So, I heard from your buddy here, and Gura's just, right, Gura, that you all were gonna be fighting some stuff, getting into a bit of a scuffle. Why is it I always end up around you lot when when you're about to have a big battle?
Why
just
is
lucky.
that?
You're all pinging the old noggin every time you need some help or something. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
something like that.
Yeah, it's almost like.
I don't know how to control that yet.
Oh, okay. Good for you. I mean,
Oh. Are you
what you get?
okay? You're useful. I think I remember you being.
Oh,
Pretty
you're
useful.
too.
Wow.
Oh. That is that. He looks around at everybody like that's a breakthrough, right? That's a breakthrough in our relationship.
It's
Yeah,
reasonably
usually.
good praise considering what she was saying about you before.
Huh, fair.
The new outfit. What I was saying was,
Oh, you changed. It's nice. Looks good.
yeah.
Pretending like you didn't
Can
notice.
you? Are are you capable of sending messages to people without... We need to get a message to somebody or see someone.
Okay. I can do that.
Can you do that to where you came from? Or does it have to be where you are?
What?
Can you send a message to somebody outside of this extra dimensional thingy?
There
that you
is
were
a
just...
possibility that's gonna fail.
I mean, if it's hard to get the transmission, we don't mean for it to be an imposition.
Aren't you just... I thought you were blue, not purple.
Who are you trying to send a message to?
Why? What color am I?
Blue, last to check.
He just turned purple in my camera. It was fucking weird. Anyway.
Oh, I didn't notice
His
that.
color correction
It's the
shifted when
lighting.
he turned his head.
Well, I thought about getting a message to... Well,
Well, I mean, because if it's pinball, I got the stone thingy. I can try to.
no, I was actually going to see if we could send a message to Toshi and Nickit.
Oh, the little mobbits.
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
make sure they're okay.
Sure. Yeah, they were cute. Yeah, they're not with you. I mean, they're not
No.
with you. Sorry, period, not question mark.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. What do you want to say?
Can you just make sure that they're okay?
We accidentally rhymed just then. Anyway, sure. Yeah, can do. Hold on a sec. They're fine. They're hanging out with the barbers, they said.
Well, all right.
They also said Toshi doesn't know why his stomach is rumbling right now.
Legit, I guess.
Lillian's like, how does he know?
How much
Looking at the meat.
So, dinner and then...
War strategizing, right?
Yeah, I can't.
Gura gave me the whole rundown. He's very efficient and eloquent in the way that he says things.
Well, I mean,
Gura appreciates that you say so.
we do all have our armies on standby. We just need to tell them to let fly. Not sure if we'll win, but we ought to begin and bring down Her Highness and not die.
Everyone but, well, 3 of the 4, anyway, are lock-ins.
Listen. Failing upwards, right?
What is it you always say? Something about people being intimidated by hotness, but eventually they come around. Something like that, Olivia. Yeah. Just if they don't show up, they were intimidated by your gloriousness and therefore aren't deserving of having you as their leader anyway. And when the new regime comes, they will regret turning against you.
You understand.
I have learned well.
I mean, they were too stupid to figure out how to get out of the hall after Highland took the opening.
That too.
That too.
If they didn't show up, it'd be a little anticlimactic.
Extrapolate.
I
from
mean,
there. Thank you very
you were
much.
talking to that Sata, and it was kind of didactic.
I love you, Kyle. I love you.
Well, yeah, I can help out. And he casts Create Bonfire in the middle of the grassy area, and it's bigger than the one that Gura had set up. Yeah, I can help out. All happy to help. I'm here. I mean, I can tool
good.
around a bit.
Awesome.
You should let the queen know what's going on. And I guess make plans to meet her in the morning.
Yeah, we need to see a map of you know whose territory.
Is there a morning here?
Yeah, it's that way.
Oh, Oh, I love that. I love that.
Should we go now?
You hear a little bit of a flap above, and you see Sigfinn up on the mountain. Just kind of nearby, perched within shouting distance.
I mean,
Could
y'all tired? Because I'm kind of wired.
take us to get home, or well, the
As much as you might assume, I am not a mind reader. Where would I be?
The Queen of the Word.
taking- Yes.
how long?
How long? It would take.
Could we get there and back tonight?
Tonight, certainly.
Okay, then maybe.
If one did not dawdle.
That's the question.
Okay, well then, maybe somebody could come with me this time.
Draws.
Sure.
I mean, I'll tag along.
Yeah. Go introduce him to your mom.
Oh, that's
I would say it would be the meet the parents conversation, but I'm pretty sure it already met.
That was just a
And-
joke.
And the
Be
uncle,
terrible
and the grandfather, and the
Oh,
step
Okay,
grandfather,
Beza. Okay. Kind of pat you
And
on the
step-
back.
step brothers, step uncles.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Arlen. You do have fun. You know,
Let's go.
relatively speaking.
As quickly as possible.
And Sigfinn just gently kind of dips off the cliff and sort of comes down, hits the ground, and sort of shuffles a little bit on her feet. How many this time?
2.
Oh, joy. Thank you. And
so. Before we go, I know that we'll either win or we won't. But Sage, that's a really nice coat.
thank you. Thank you. It's funny. So there's these like silkworms, right? And Feline's like, all right, go.
Dinner will probably be ready by the time you get back.
Y'all should tell Sage about the little the mall, basically.
The mall. Amazing.
Yeah, hop on and get going, I guess.
So yeah, so Harland and Oliette, you Sigfinn like leans down, you climb up board, and she takes off. It steadily goes. It's bizarre. You see the sun at the horizon at dusk behind you as you're flying towards what looks like night. And and we are out of the scene. Thank you for your service, Kyle.
Bravo, sir. Well done.
Sorry, it took a second to get there, but no, we're
You're
there.
great. You did great.
It's fantastic.
So, you start flying off. You start heading towards night. Twilight word. I really need to start keeping track because I don't remember who is where. We're going to just ignore it until I remember. And you head towards the mountain where Her Majesty of the Word is stationed. This sort of library temple up in the mountains. And Sigfinn steps down onto the stone crumbled pathway, almost like gravel and things sort of strewn about on the path up to the building. This granite and concrete looking, very judicial looking building. And you both step forward. There are these large iron doors, and you slowly open them.
We go in, I would warn, or on the way there, I guess, warn
course.
Harland about the merging of these two entities that you can hear the ocean. I think she's coming in and out from inside the grounds, that you can hear the ocean, that she's somehow around. So just kind of mind your P's and Q's.
In the same way that Her Majesty of the Hunt and Her Majesty of the Folk, their throne room was sort of merged into this communal space. That's kind of what seems to have happened a little bit here.
It's a shame about the books, though. They'd be all soggy, aren't they?
No, not physically. The ocean's not physically in there. I'm just saying there's like a pathway. So I don't know. I'm saying be prepared because we don't know if we will run into her or not at any given moment.
I mean, if we do run into her, we can just be as shocked as, seeing someone that we haven't seen in a very long time. Because I don't remember the last time I saw her. When was that?
Probably at our exhibition. Because I don't think you went to see her the last time when I was trying to do a little...
I think it was the first time we came back. Anyway, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Because that was when Paru said the thing about the flowers.
Yep. That's right.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go in and
push open the doors, and you are greeted with this sort of rotunda space. Again, very congressional looking. Lots of marble and granite in grays and whites. And then you see the throne ahead, that simple, sort of angular throne. And then you see off to the side a bit of glowing light. Yeah.
Is it coming from the study?
From the library.
Or...
It's coming from the study, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll just approach and try to knock on the door.
Yes, hold on. One moment. What am I doing? Who is it?
Juliet.
Darling, hold on one moment. I'll be right with you. Just finishing one moment. Okay, I'm done. Hello. And she pops out, and she's got the messy bun, and she's wearing glasses now, and she's got, like, a pencil in her hair.
I just wanted to come by and just say hello. We've been putzing around saying hello to everyone, and
that's wonderful.
I thought I might bring Harland.
Harland?
I haven't seen him.
Oh, hello, darling.
Howdy.
Oh, come here. Hello. And she
he approaches,
and she gives him a little hug. She's about your height, Harland. She's still wearing the like gorgeous white wedding gown, but she looks very. Other than that, looks like a grad student RA.
You're looking good.
Sleep deprived and scattered.
Like you've been well.
Thank you. I have been in quite an eventful mood.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Haven't we all? I mean, yeah.
Yes. Well, so you said you were seeing friends and getting a lay of the land as it is now.
Hoping you had time for tea, just real quick.
Oh, of course, always for you, darling. Of course. I assume, based on him joining us, that Harland is joining us.
I mean, I sure wouldn't say no to a nice cup of tea, or, them little triangle sandwiches, or, the...
Oh, I can absolutely make that work. And as she says that, Harland, you are white in your vision, and everything goes blank, and then you are in a white room with absolutely nothing in it. And it is quiet. There's not even, like, the sound of airflow. and it's room temperature, like it's body temperature, and you don't even notice it. It's just neutral. Empty.
Do we die?
Oh, goodness, no. Not yet. Anyway, darling, I'm sorry. Terrible humor. Hello. We should be, Harlan, we should be, all right to talk here.
I've never been. It's fine. It's fine. We're just in like a
space between the pages.
Yeah. It's like a private VIP. Wait, don't think too hard about it. So I wanted to check in and let you know that we did our best. Some of the messes are a little harder to clean up than others.
Really?
But we have.
Well, I can guess.
Yeah, I am.
I have a cult.
I am aware.
They really love him
They
over
really
there.
insist upon themselves, don't they?
They do. When this is all said and done, let's just theoretically say that the Hive of Displeasure doesn't show up. Is there a way, once we get things back in order, to just kind of squish them back down on the ground? Push those termites back down into their little... You think that's something we could...
Call the Orkin man?
Yeah.
Wow.
Keep in our back pocket?
You're welcome. They are members of our queendom. I would assume that they would be, well, not left to cause... If they cause concern, they will be dealt with.
That's all I need to know. That's all we need to know.
Okay.
It's fine. I didn't make any... I might have made a complicated promise.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
you mean the one where you said you were gonna give him, the territory? Is that the one?
All I did was hint that if we could eradicate a current threat, there might be a seat open. I didn't promise anything. I'm kind of hoping you can make a liar out of me. I won't feel bad about that. Like, I will be the bad guy here. I did my best.
I mean, you can only work with the knowledge that you have, and if you didn't have the knowledge that it couldn't happen, then, I mean, was it really a lie?
Hey, it's my fault.
All right. Good to know. Thank you, dear. I will brace
on a neck for you.
I will brace
You
myself.
know that.
What do I know?
I'll step on a neck for you. I have no problem. No problem at all.
Especially in that outfit.
You're so charming, dear, and sweet.
Yeah, I guess. But we
You
had some
feel like that
success-
might be a little bit of Baba Soli coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, you would murder someone for me? You're such a peach.
Hey, doodly bits.
just like,
but we
okay,
had
now
some
you're my
successes
daughter.
otherwise. The hunters are on board. The Circle of Spores is on board. The cult is ready to serve.
For better or worse.
Yeah, that's another thing I might have to deal with. But we have at least 3 generals among your champions.
All right.
And, and then there's me. But we don't know what to do next.
Well, if there are others on standby, it seems that perhaps our move is at hand.
We ride at dawn.
I don't remember if she's Dawnward, but sure.
Have you seen her lately?
No, not really. She's been I try not to keep too close of a tab on her comings and goings. I don't always feel always feel like the iron vice I used to. So I am a bit concerned that perhaps I could slip. So I felt it probably best to just leave her be, unless she approaches me.
I mean,
Are
it'd be
you-
like the coming and the going of the tide, right? I mean, she's have any sort of like predictability. The like on Tuesdays, she, uh, yeah, does she have any sort of schedule that she keeps?
She has this little pleased smile on her face. It's very good, Holland.
Was
She does actually have some semblance of a pattern. There is a sort of tidal behavior, in the sense of she departs for a time to parts unknown and then returns. There are, that's about all I know. I do know she goes by sea, and that I do know there is not much sea in our queendom.
has it been a while since the last time she came and or went?
She, I believe, recently returned.
And we don't think it's a good idea to just check on her? She must know that we're all back. Maybe not Verlaine specifically, but is it at all suspicious that none of us... I mean, Paru and I saw her. Like, we were kind of hanging out with her a little bit, sort of. So is it at all weird that nobody has come to say hello to her? I mean, we could use the excuse that we didn't know if she was back or not, but depending on how long we're waiting to make our move...
I suppose it depends on how you would wish to approach this. The options are lure her somewhere, have a stand somewhere where you control the battlefield, go to her, which may leave her on her heels if she's not expecting it. But she may. I don't think... There is an unspoken tension. It is not that I don't think she expects what we are discussing. But I do think that she is properly paranoid. Our rapport has always been tenuous since all of this. I chose to compromise some of my better judgment in order to cause a rift. Enough in a way that I thought, and rightfully so, that she would side with me. But she is just as... She's always been very independent. I suppose we know why.
Well, if we can get her to somewhere that... I don't remember if you have any deserts in the Queensdom, but...
There is a new one.
Yeah. I mean, what if... And just this just occurred to me, so I might need to talk it out in order to... And I'm perfectly willing for this to just
rub
be...
little circles on his back while he's thinking
as he's
real
like
hard.
staring up into the nothing. Oliette, you catch eyes with Her Majesty of the Word, and she has a little bit of a he's really adorable.
Yeah,
he's working so hard.
Well, I mean, we did take that dagger from Verlaine, and the dagger is definitely some bad juju having to do with you know who. So what if what if there was like a rumor that the dagger had somehow shown up in the desert? That it
Signs of the Lord of Tales in some manner.
yeah, would it be that weird for all of a sudden there to be, you know, signs like of that nature that might draw her attention there?
That's kind of a genius idea.
That is presuming that she has not found some way to communicate with him since he left. But,
Sure, but I mean, if you put that much work into something, wouldn't be keen, especially if she's unaware that the other queens know of what she has done to Verlaine, then she's not going to want evidence just floating around out there. So what if we go to say hello and just casually mention a rumor? It's not true if we make sure that Beza is there with the dagger. She did teach me how to make sure people aren't lying to you, so she's pretty sharp.
did you give any thought to how you would frame Verlaine's involvement in all of this? If he's here, if he's a part of this sign? Not that I would necessarily love to have him calling her out, but it is an option.
Would we even need to associate the two just because Verlaine happening to be here and the dagger happening to be here?
They were intertwined.
I mean, they were, but it doesn't mean that
The only thing we can do is not lie, right? So if I don't go back tonight, then I haven't seen Verlaine in a little while. I can't verify where he is. Right?
That is a razor-thin wire you balance upon.
It is, but I mean, I don't have anything better right now.
We are very much playing it by ear. Not a feeling I'm particularly fond of, as I have become very familiar with it.
I've played a lot of things by ear over my life.
She has a little, they can't all be good ones.
Physically trained or?
Oh, I got the they're just...
Ding, ding, ding.
So that's not a bad idea, right? Go back, get everybody to the desert. We'll just drop this little rumor.
Assemble the armies there.
Yes. Find a way for them to maybe lay in wait just outside of the desert.
There are forests on the outskirts. In fact, it's not that they're on the outskirts, the desert was encroaching.
Heard they were really, when you leave a vacuum, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's not a bad idea, right, Harland?
I mean, it's the only one we got at this point.
He's right. It's as good as any. For now.
So,
I will send word to your forces.
Yes.
Quick point of order. Did we leave the dagger with the cats?
Don't remember.
I seem to remember that, but I could be wrong.
I left my weapon. I left my Yikawa with
Toshi. Oh, it was Toshi? Oh, it was Nicket.
Nicket has the Yikawa, and then Toshi has the drum. Right. But I think Baze is still. I don't know, Heather.
I don't think the queens wanted it, if I'm remembering correctly.
There was a concern about its existence in the book being another gateway for the Lord of Tales to come back, I think. I mean, you could just say it was there.
To Heather, I know we intended originally for it to never leave our possession because we weren't But I also don't remember what we agreed with the Babas.
Could you double check in your notes? Just get back to us. It's not a
I'm
big deal
looking
right
right now.
now, but so
My notes don't say that I left the dagger with the.
Then you have it.
kittens, so I
Then we
didn't
say you have
with
it.
me.
I'm fine with that. You have it
Harland.
in your person.
In your person. I'll take both of Harlan's hands. So, go back. Tell them what the plan is and help them get everybody ready. I will pay a visit, drop a rumor, and then I will come meet you.
Be safe.
I mean, I make very good decisions most of the time. They're at least fun decisions.
That is true. That is true.
They have that in common.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna get back as fast as I can. I might not see you till, because Siegfried's gonna take you back to get there as quickly as possible. So it might take me a minute, but I will get there.
The sun won't even set before you're back with us. Especially not here, because it's all manner of awkward where the sun is at any given point. I'll see you soon. That was what I was going for there. I'm just gonna, and so he releases her hands and grabs her back of the head and just like gives her a kiss. It's like, be safe.
Too. Please. I feel a little silly saying this. I know that they worship you, but don't forget that I love you. Don't forget me.
I couldn't forget you if I tried. Not that I'd want to try. I don't ever want to forget you. I won't forget you. It's not. I'll be careful with them.
I don't know how to quit you.
I'll see you soon then.
He like looks at Her Majesty of the Word.
One more time. I'm sorry, I didn't have your screen up.
She said she loves me.
Oh.
I can hear both of you. I don't. What do you?
I was.
Okay.
I'm just excited.
She stops. I was indulging him. Tries to stop herself from saying I was patronizing him.
I think I don't even need Sigrun to fly me back now. I'm doing pretty
You
good.
will require a bit of assistance getting out of the all-white room.
Oh yeah, there doesn't seem to be any door.
And
There
you're
it is.
back in the library, and you can. And then, nobody gonna stop my down. They know to slow me down. Got to keep on blueing. Anyway, so Harland, you head outside, and Siegfried's there. She'll take you back if you wish to go back by yourself.
We got a lighter load this time around. It's just gonna be me, Ms. Siegfried.
Well, we're gonna assume you told her a little bit of what the plan is. If you would like, on the way back, we could drop some information to the interested parties.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. We should inform them to show up where we are scheming for them to show up.
We'll tell them the intention. And she takes off.
How do we do this? Sorry, it's because of wind. How do we do this with the hive of displeasure? Do we just hint that Oliet would hate it if they showed up at a certain place?
Whatever, just go wherever you want, just don't go here. at this time for this reason.
We changed our mind. You're uninvited. The party is here at this time, though.
Just so you know when you can't go. So you
On
can...
Wednesdays, we wear war paint.
Okay, knowing the timing we're dealing with right now, that 100% is next
I'm
week's
so
episode.
into this.
Yes. On Tuesdays, we wear war paint rather than Wednesdays.
Well, it is Wednesday by the end of session for me.
That's
So we cut back. I know this is sort of an Oliette heavy episode, but there's like shit to do. Harland, you and Siegfried start making the rounds. Siegfried recommends not getting tripped up by the Hive of Displeasure. If they don't seem like they were amicable, we probably shouldn't deal with them.
I mean, I could give them the door back.
Is that something you're going to do? Or are you just suggesting it idly?
As like a peace offering from yours truly, that, you know, there's
Don't just
no
drop the hold. You'll end up causing some other manner of concern.
Right, you're right. Okay, I shouldn't do that.
Just drop it from the sky and some poor unsuspecting bug's like dun, 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 ah! Starts falling. I have been
It's like
falling
Portal, like it just
30
falls
minutes.
through this.
Yeah, just constant falling. And so you fly off. Well, yet you are left in the study with Her Majesty of the Word. He seems utterly infatuated with you.
That's the most.
One more time.
That's the most that you could ask for, I think. When I have a lot to tell you. There's not time now, but I think I might have failed the task that you gave me, but it's because I don't want that life anymore. And I saw the life that I want. And it's hard to go back, you know?
When you find someone who is a match, it can be very hard to go back to the way things were.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about it. When
Did you see her?
I did. Yes.
How was
She
she? That bad.
She seems in reasonable health, and she's not alone. So, but she's not happy. And I think that however we have to put this back together, I think we can. I made my best wing woman attempt. It was very cute.
Thank you, dear. I think I cannot risk making any sort of attempt at repairing things myself until this is all settled.
We're gonna get it fixed ASAP, and then we'll put all of it back together, and then we'll go back and fix all the other things that are broken, and then it'll be fine. I don't know why everybody's telling me it's not gonna be fine, because it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
And she walks up to you, puts her hand on the side of your face. I have missed you.
I will just reach out with one hand and touch her gown again, the lace. I missed you too. Soli is
She's a lot.
scary and amazing and hot, but I missed you.
You're going to talk to going to talk to her. The other, her. Pronouns, right? Crazy.
Arbitrary, right? It's like,
Very.
why do we... Anyway.
Especially when you're super gay.
Yeah.
That was just me. That wasn't actually. She's off, but I think she has some level of decorum. Be as safe as you have ever attempted to be.
I will. Should I change out of this?
I don't think that matters.
Okay.
I need you to leave the moment anything feels amiss. Try, at least.
Yes. Yes, I can do that. It's not, I'm not gonna linger. There's something telling me that if we don't say, I think this is our best bet.
Very well. I trust you.
And if it goes wrong, it was Harlan's idea. Okay, he's very cute, but like, this is our best bet.
If anything goes wrong, it all begins. I will come for you.
Okay, it will be fine.
It either starts on our timetable or hers, but it will start.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna wait like an hour. I'm just gonna help you get,
Can we actually have the tea?
Yes.
Thank God. All right. And she goes to start preparing tea.
Okay. But my purpose is to stall long enough to give Harlan some time.
Yes. That sounds perfect.
Cool.
So, Harland and Sigfrin are making the rounds. Paru and Beza, you are hanging out with Gura and Villain and
Blaine and Sage.
It's the Angela gets to play three NPCs in a scene.
Hey.
We're gonna kind of keep it a little light in terms of the depth of the conversation, but Villain's not very chatty. He's sharpening his sword with a whetstone over by the water. And
Elaine, do you want to use the whetstone I got from Pinball?
oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, totally. Yeah, thank you. And you hand him the chilled whetstone. Gonk want more random.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Who's it this time, Gonk?
Gonk wants more.
Blue hair lady. Okay, when Oliette gets back, we'll have her roll before she goes to have the super high stakes conversation with the queen of the trade. So you're all hanging out at the fire, and Beza, you've got, we'll say at this point, you've got the food all stripped. You guys are eating. And Sage is chatting nonstop about all the places he's been. He seems to be I mean, you've already kind of guessed this. He seems to be some sort of traveler. He ends up in random places, and he does express, listen, it's just kind of weird, you know, that, like, I'm here right at the same time you are. Like I said, you got a little ping to you. Like, I just kind of go where the winds take me and all, you know.
Right.
And, this time it took me here. I thought I was just in, like, for a second I thought I was just in the Feywild, which I've been before, you know, lots of times, but...
I keep telling Harlan he needs to stop eating the spicy stews that he's been eating, so I'm sorry about the wind bringing you here.
You are a piece of work, little lady.
Thank you. I think
I enjoy you. But yeah, I'm just, it's a curious thing. I don't normally end up in the same kind of place. Well, I never end up in the same place twice, but I really rarely end up around the same people twice. That's real interesting.
Maybe it's because I had sort of a trans-dimensional metaphysical transportation thing happen the last time you were around me.
Oh, trans-dimensional, transportational, interdimensional things are definitely like, that would cause a ping. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go, yeah.
Who'd you go talk to? Who'd you talk to?
The Mechanist Authority.
Like
3 gigantic machine-looking assholes. Yeah.
Sorry. You said Mechanist Authority.
Yeah.
You spoke to the Inevitables.
Is that what they're called? They looked like bricks with eyes and they were jerks.
Big head yeah.
Didn't you call them assholes?
Yep, multiple times.
To their faces?
I don't remember if I used the word asshole, but I definitely called them names.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, I mean, they said that me and my friends were remainders, and I don't know a lot of math, but I know that's not a good thing.
That's what they call anybody who gives them shit. Anyone
Oh,
doesn't
well,
fit
wait,
into their little equation. Yeah, the Inevitables are all like, this equation, it spells out the beginning to the death of the universe, and everything's all set in numbers and bullshit, and they just follow along with it. You know, it's not really designed to be, you know, it's not malleable. It just is. It's inevitable, hence the name. So yeah, you don't normally call folks like that assholes.
Yeah, I
Pretty
didn't know who
fucking
they
funny,
were.
though.
We
I
don't
didn't know who
exactly
they
have
were.
filters.
I will say, when I say people who fuck with them, who give them shit, I don't mean like people who break the rules. I mean like people who get on their radar.
Oh, yeah, we're
Well, we're
that.
definitely on that.
Huh.
Unfortunately.
You lot of
We're on the radar because apparently we fell off the radar and out of the equation at some point. And then we got back into the equation and they don't know how to make us fit.
Yeah. See, you all were kinda interesting when I met you. Okay, now you're like really interesting.
I have that effect on people.
She even started a revolution back in her hometown. They've got a big plaque for her and everything.
Oh, good for you, love. Like a bronze plaque.
No,
Okay.
like a painted
Yes.
mural.
Oh, that's real good. How tall?
Like
An
the entire
entire
side
wall.
of the building.
Beautiful.
You have to remember, goblins are short, so like the fact
They
that
can
it is
only
an entire
raise so
wall-
far. Yeah, I gotcha. No,
Yeah.
that's good. I've gotten
I mean, I was like 2 when it happened.
that's not bad. I'll say you beat me by age, certainly. I got myself what do I have? I've got kind of an abstract painting. I've got a couple wanted posters up there about the size of a skyscraper. That's pretty good.
Ooh, wanted posters.
Oh, I did get.
We have a few of those.
I got a hand molded clay sculpture.
Nice.
The sculptor was like really careful to like get certain things, put a lot of detail into a couple of different aspects. I
mean-
respect it. I appreciate the level of detail, but you know.
I technically am a sculpture.
Oh, and a gorgeous one you are, love.
Thank you.
Can you do me a favor?
Probably.
Can you like waggle your fingers? Oh, beautiful. Yeah. That's not just like, huh? Ash has a fucking thing, isn't it? Ah, gorgeous. All right. Well, cheers to the sculptor, but like, cheers more to the sculpture.
Thanks.
And you all have this kind of get to know Sage thing. He's totally down for helping. Especially with, he's like, Beza, we're gonna have to talk a bit more about that. I'm real curious about that. You said, and do you tell him about the dream hop? Yeah, he's real fucking interested now. He's like, that's really interesting, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna have a chat after we
Yeah.
coup a queen.
It hasn't happened since then, but I don't know if it's gonna happen again at some point.
Hopefully not. You don't want them to like get a second ping. You get a third one, they'll triangulate on you.
I don't know what that means.
It's fine. Just tell people if it happens again.
All right.
Especially me. I'd like to know.
Well, you'd have to be around for that to work, but if it happens, I'll let you know.
You can drop a line. Pretty sure your friends are capable of doing it.
Oh, that's true. Haru can.
Drop many things. Lines are one of them. Like fishing line, right? That's what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, oh my god.
The first thing that went through my head was, so Paru's gonna drop it like it's hot.
That's what I thought. That's what Sage thought. Sage was like,
absolutely.
He goes, yeah. And she can get it. So anyway. Yeah, the time platypus, it will come back.
Yeah.
I think someone needs to make a roll.
Yeah.
Or a spin, I should say.
Oh yeah, there's a spin. So Oliette, you got picked by Gonk wants another wheel. So we're gonna totally legitimately not fuck with your meeting with Her Majesty of the Trade. Cool. Very cool. Okay. The rest of the session.
An ideal situation.
For the rest of the session. Okay. We rolled Benjamin Button.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Let's have some fun. Oliette, I need a D4 from you.
Amazing. 3.
Okay. Cool. So,
Cool. Tight.
you head back through the study and start heading out. You head into the middle of the rotunda and you walk towards a doorway that you hadn't walked through before. It takes a moment, but as you walk a little closer, your heels kind of clacking on the ground in the echo. And in the echo, you start hearing a bit of a sort of a waves crashing kind of noise. Very gentle, like a seashell. And take a little breath for nerve and head down that hallway. Doesn't take very long. There's light at the end of the very short hallway, and you step out into what you realize was blinding sunlight. And just in your eyes, and you hear seagulls and a bit of like buoy bell noises. And you are on the deck of a ship in the water. It's about 1,000 feet offshore. So, not parked in the dock, but anchored by the look of it. And you're standing there and you can see the sort of shanty town that Her Majesty of the Trade calls home. And you look around and there are sailors everywhere of various type, lots of just different species. But some of them a bit more ghastly than others. You got a slight Pirates of the Caribbean vibe. The one with all the sea creature people. And you like things that look like coral and bones and octopi mished up together. Things like that. I put something in the chat for you all to look at. And they're all just kind of trudging around the deck of the ship, messing with the rigging and things like that. And you see at the end of the dock, with her boot sort of propped up on the railing, she's looking out at the skyline ahead. The ocean and the skyline, which you realize, you don't know why you hadn't realized it before, looks like a normal ocean horizon, except just before it hits the line, there's a big black bar, like a little line, like maybe like the end of a page. Very subtle, very thin. And she's looking out. You see the Triton woman, sort of curvy, has seaweed style hair and a bit of a pulled back in this kind of windswept ponytail, and covered in sailor gear, lots of belts, unnecessary belts. And her top is this mix of, thank you, Laura. There are, it's a mix of like fish netting, like literal fish netting, and like more seaweed kind of material.
Who's rolling?
And Oliette, you not literally get ascending. On Wednesdays we wear wheel, love, misery. Have fun. We're rolling again.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Apparently everyone's trying to fuck with Oliette. I mean, they are, but now they're trying to ruin her time as well.
Love you, Chris.
Unchained Melody.
That, I don't remember what these are. Stop.
Oh no.
I forgot this one was on here and it makes me so happy.
Is this the ghost one?
Mm-hmm.
Perfection.
Except I have a really, really cool way to use this. So it's not just gonna be stupid, it'll be neat. Okay. So, Oliette, you notice the end of the page in the distance on the horizon.
Okay.
You haven't really noticed that before, but maybe just because you're aware of what's happening and how it works, you suddenly note that. Thank you to everyone who's DMing me. I appreciate it. So, you see Her Majesty of the Trade on the end of the ship.
I'm going to just give myself like a 2-second, fucking got this, and I'm just going to paint on my biggest, brightest smile and approach. Probably like call out before. I want to seem excited to see her. Like I want to see, like, coming to see an old friend is the vibe I'm desperately trying to give off.
What
here.
do you say?
I think if I'm within a stone's throw, I'm just gonna say, "Hey, hi, you're back."
She just turns. Hello, my stars. It's been ages.
Yeah. We popped in. I heard that you might be back.
You, my
Right?
goodness.
It's good, right? It's the collar that I learned recently that a high collar does wonders for, the right décolletage. So, you like it?
Oh, it's absolutely obscene, and I adore it.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Do a little spin. Hold on, let me see.
And I'll just do like a little spin. I'll do like a very dramatic unfurling of the wings when I turn around and then turn back around.
Oh my goodness. We have, thank you, Mitch.
Uh-oh.
What?
Comedy rule of 3. One more.
No.
Oh my god.
Not for...
For Oliet.
What the fuck? Thank you.
Oh no. Okay, I haven't even seen this one before.
Oh, which means we haven't had to do
Oh,
it yet.
okay. Actually, I'm gonna re-roll this because I don't think this one's gonna come into play tonight. That was a combat one. Merely query. You can only say things in questions, Oliet.
I feel like she had this one before with Word. When she was trying to figure out information. Maybe it wasn't Word. She was trying to figure out information from someone and she could only ask questions.
Oh no, it was you all were trying to you were all trying to debrief each other and figure out what to do next, and she could only speak in questions. It was right after everything had happened with there was a really important thing that had happened and you couldn't function. It was great.
This is cool. This is fine. This is good.
Okay. She goes, I mean, I must say, not just the not just the look, but you look amazing. You look, you look like 3 years younger.
Yeah. Well, it's probably, I want to show you, have you had this wine? Are you a big fan of wine?
Why in
I'm gonna pull out
ever-living fuck would you think you needed to ask that question?
I'm gonna pull out one of the bottles of Goodberry wine that Paru and I.
Ooh, yep.
Do you like Goodberry?
I have dabbled every now and again.
Do you have glassware?
Do I have glassware? I mean, I've got silver. If you want to try something like that.
Sure, why not?
Whatever. And she's like, come on. You can join me in my cabin. We will toast to your return. I have been meaning to check in on things. You let me know how things are going. And she nods to take you over to the captain's cabin. So you follow her?
Yep.
And she kind of weaves between everybody, opens the door, lets you in, and the captain's cabin, that idea of facing out behind the ship, you see the village, or the little the shanty town, and you also see a throne made of rolling water on the ship, because this was the ship you were on before. That is her throne. Why not take your throne on the road? And she takes a seat, and I think you made that joke before, Kyle, but yes. And so she sits on it and just sort of... So... She does the Jarl from Skyrim, because that's how she sits. So, besides looking fabulous, what exactly are you, what are you back for? What are you doing here? I thought you had your big, quest.
You don't want to talk about the boring stuff, do you?
I want to know everything. Please, indulge me.
I'll just pour the 2 glasses, set the wine bottle down, hand her a glass, and post up. I'll probably sit on the table, because hello. And so how long have you been back?
Probably, oh, barely a fortnight.
I misheard, I suppose. I thought you had only just gotten back. That's not correct?
Well, I've been on these shores for just under a fortnight. I suppose I got back into town in the last few days.
Oh. Well.
Going
Where should I
abroad, as
start?
it were.
Oh, where did you go?
Checking on the temperature of things. Here and there.
Since I guess I wouldn't know, but I suppose you would, wouldn't you?
No, what? Dear.
Well, I can't imagine all the things that have to go into keeping people in line. You're the expert on that, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I do run the ship and I do run the queendom. So, is it the whole lot of you? Did you,
A lot of...
You and your friends? I'll put it more, Has my champion returned?
Believe so. It's hard. I mean, seen them. Who even knows, you know?
I would think you would.
You know, sometimes you're really close with someone and then you're not that close with them anymore. Things just kind of change.
She makes a little bit of a... I am very aware, I suppose, at this point. If you've been here very long, that you probably have heard about the bit of, tumult between us. All my dear sisters and wives and fellow monarchs.
Is some gossip afoot? You wouldn't be in the mood to share any of it with me, would you?
It is a misunderstanding, my dear.
Well, that's not nearly as fun as I was hoping.
I am sure that with time everything will be settled. And we won't have to worry about all this fuss. About whatever there are, the alliances and the backstabbing and the whatever else it is that they're doing over on dry land.
Pose. Backstabbing is an ugly word, isn't it?
But, I mean, their words, not mine. I really only speak to, well, I only speak to you, lady, really. She's the only one who had half a brain in the whole fuss.
Did know that, and well, you aren't. I was just hoping that maybe we could get caught up a little. I assumed... I mean, you have to be kind of lonely out here without a champion, right?
Well, I was very hoping that I wouldn't be without for very long. Thank you, Alora. Alora had a feeling you might need this. You get a re-roll, Kyle. Add one to the pool. Give me a perception check. Oh, yeah.
What does my character sheet say besides "you are fucked"?
You are fucked. Just in the "you got mail."
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna use that reroll right now because that was a 2.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's a 19. So dirty
Neil
20.
Dirty
said
20?
You are fucked. Not
As
your
you're
character sheet.
speaking to, as you're attempting to speak to Her Majesty of the Trade, the movement of the throne kind of catches your eye in your periphery as you're trying to focus. Well, are you trying to focus on her, or are you trying to like sort of like flutter about, look around, like try to avoid her eyes? To like, how are you comporting yourself?
I'm trying to avoid her gaze.
Or just like looking busy, like you want to see what's around. This is sort of
Yeah, occasionally I will
interesting
cast a
spot.
glance around, but for the most part, I'm just like chit-chatting with her.
Sure.
I'm trying to like, it's chill as hell. We're just catching up.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're hot, I'm hot. Like, let's get into it. Is the vibe.
So, as you catch the movement of the waves on her throne, there is almost like the layers of light that are coming through the windows. Yeah, you get that like light reflecting off a pool of water effect on the ceiling. There's like the ripples and light going around, and it casts a bit of a glow around the space, very subtle. And you catch more movement along the wall that is not quite the same as the light. You see... At first it's weird. You feel like you see, you think you see a figure in the wood, sort of like shift past. Tall, you didn't get much of a detail. You kind of glance back at her and you continue having this sort of back and forth about things. And a little above, you see another shape that kind of looks like a figure. Blends in, but this is going to be a really specific reference for only a few people. If you use Photoshop, it looks like someone got put on and then they used the multiply layer. Like they're sort of blended in with the wood. Like there's still lines, like there's, like, you realize it looks like line art. And it's blended in with the wood. And she just keeps talking. So, have you seen Verlaine? Is he here?
Might be around here somewhere. Did you want me to go see if I can find them?
I would be remiss if I didn't check on him. I was responsible for him.
Can I not help you? Tell you something?
Of course, dear. I wish to hear all you have to say.
Would you judge me if I told you that I just can't help but feel like something might be off about them?
In what way? He's always moved by the beat of his own drum, so to speak. Very independent, very headstrong.
Tell when someone is holding on to a secret that they don't want you to know. Is it weird that sometimes they make me feel a little on the back foot, a little uneasy?
Well, it was always my understanding that you all were thick as thieves. You know, he wanted so very much to be a part of something. And then there were you all. You know, you all on the inland, palling around with your queens. And he was here with us. And I think he sort of looked out and saw a lot of missing out. Could have, you know, you could always just include him more.
You're never wrong, are you?
I don't like to make it a habit, no.
Tell you a really weird rumor that I heard?
Oh, please, I love weird rumors.
I don't... Do you remember during our exhibition how Verlaine had that really cool, like, I don't know, it was black dagger thing?
I recall his weapon of choice was knives. What about it?
Be still considered a knife? If it's a sword? Do those fall in the same category?
Blade is a blade, my dear. Cut's the same.
Well, I always thought the first thing that they had was cool, but would you believe if I told you that I think they've ditched that, like, sad boy persona altogether?
That would be interesting. Well, he's coming to his own. Bit more of a sort of bluster in his chest.
Well, do you have advice on how I might get them to talk to me and open up to me?
Well, I mean, I have some advice, but I don't think you necessarily want to take it.
Did you say that?
Well, word around the street was you had yourself a bow.
Is there some kind of law that a girl can't have more than one?
None whatsoever, in fact. I just didn't know about your gentleman friend.
Really worried about Harlan right now. Are you?
Oh no, he seems like he's got himself a right group of suitors, doesn't it?
Cole?
Yes, one. It boggles the mind what such devotion would feel like, doesn't it? God damn it, Kyle. Beautiful. Man, if the random was speaking in fucking puns, you'd want to roll every day. Incredible. All yet as you're continuing to have this little meandering
As we're talking too,
yeah.
I'm also like pouring out. I'm trying to get to a reasonable place in this bottle where it makes sense for me to leave. Like when I need to get up and go, I don't want to have poured one glass and then be like, bye. So I'm trying to also.
You're trying to enjoy the visit enough that it doesn't seem weird when you leave. That's fine. As you both are talking and you're pouring the wine, you see a reflection in the glass of the bottle behind you. You see another shifting form. You see her. But not quite her. You see... Actually, hold on. You see, like, glimpses of a face that seem familiar, but not because it looks like Her Majesty of the Word. You see a hood and like sort of cragged features.
Okay.
It looks like Baba Gevi.
I don't react. Just pour the glass. If she allows me to top her off from time to time, of course I will.
Of course she will.
Sorry, I forgot what the other train of thought. Oh,
She doesn't seem to notice.
All right. Well, if you want me, do you want me to go try and see if I can get the lane back here?
I would take it as a kindness, if you would, my dear. They and I have not spoken in so very long. It would be a weight off my mind to see and speak to him again.
Well, best. I haven't. Well, you know them better than anyone else. Do you have any idea why they would have seemingly changed overnight?
Overnight? No one changes overnight, darling.
Are you sure?
It takes time. It takes dedication. It takes shaking yourself out a little bit. It takes time and dedication and commitment for someone to change. Or a stroke of the pen, says a voice behind you. And you see, kind of sauntering across the wall, that Baba Gevi image, staring at Her Majesty of the Trade. And she kind of straightens and looks a little surprised. She glances at you. Why is one of your little illusion jokes? I mean, it's funny.
You don't think I'm that good, do I? Who is this?
A first draft. Yeah, I'm good. You can fuck off now. Just because you're the most recent doesn't mean you won't be the last. Doesn't mean you figured everything out. She's like, all right, fuck this. And she chucks a knife from, you didn't even know where she was keeping it, into the wall. And it goes like right between the eyes of the Baba Gevi. and it sort of meshes into another image. It kind of, and you see another vaguely regal-looking version of Her Majesty. It's almost like Tudor-esque. It's ostentatious. It's overly elaborate. Looks thoroughly impractical as far as like what she looks like now. It looks like the gown and finery of someone who sits on a chair all day, rather than someone who sails a ship. He edited and perfected exactly what he wanted, didn't he? And they're all talking to Her Majesty of the Trade. This is no longer funny. Not that it was very much to begin with. And she hits another knife and it stung in the face. Near you, a little to the side, a bridal image of Her Majesty of the Trade. Still two-dimensional, like drawn on a book page, but a little translucent. Still looks like an illustration. This ghostly figure of a queen on her wedding day. All still very ocean, still very seafaring. And she leans by you and says, "Do us a favor, love. Show her what happens when you stray a little away from your true nature, whether it's your fault or not." And she's like, and the actual queen of the Fae, the actual queen of the Trade who's near you, "Yeah, you can stay away from her, thanks." And another knife hits the wall, just kind of goes through. What did you say? I didn't hear you.
What is happening?
I don't fucking know, but I don't like it. Fucking beauty. She looks around and then all the walls are filled with dozens and dozens of iterations of Her Majesty of the Trade. Some look like warriors, some look like demure maids, some look like the Baba. All different versions of whatever the Lord of Tales tried to make her into. You're still what you always were, they say all at once. A figment. A failed simulacrum of true power.
Can I turn to the Queen of the Trade?
Mm-hmm.
Should we get out of here?
And she stands from her throne and presses her arms out with this show of power, and her throne cascades out like a massive wave and hits every wall of this room, breaks the glass window behind her with chilly, icy cold water. And every facsimile of her melts off the walls like you drenched ink with water, fresh ink. and then it just all settles back on the ground. There's like this slosh in the room from all the... There's way more water that got launched out than it seemed like there was in the throne.
We not safe here?
You came, and then that started. You followed. Did you talk to Her Majesty of Beauty?
When I've seen her?
You've been here longer than you haven't told me. Haven't you?
What about?
Love. And she glances just for a moment behind your shoulder. Do you do anything? Or you just keep like, what are you talking about?
To wait for just a moment and see.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That's an 8.
Okay.
We do have rerolls.
You do have lots of rerolls.
Use one.
20.
Nat 20.
21.
Oh, much better.
You
That's the
hear
girl.
what to an undiscerning ear would sound like the creaking of the ship. And you realize it's the creaking of leather, like leather gloves or something. And Her Majesty of the Trade says, well, first of all, this is a very lovely, calm, relaxing song, and that's entirely inappropriate for this moment.
We're okay with calm and relaxing.
I think we need to sort this all out with your lady. And you feel a presence behind you. Don't worry, we'll take good care of you.
Oh no.
And a red hand, poof, with fingerless gloves, big claws, slaps down on your shoulder. And
This room?
what'd you say?
How big is this room? Like, is it's just the captain's quarters, or are we in a big?
Think of like, if you think of like Treasure Planet or Muppet Treasure Island, like how big those captain's quarters are. It's like the size of a bedroom. It's
Treasure
pretty big.
Island. Okay.
The only valid Treasure Island.
Agreed.
How far am I from, like, a window, or the ceiling, or where am I? Give me
You
some.
are near the door that would take you back on the deck, and you are probably about 15 feet from the windows that she blew out with the water wave.
Okay. I will just kind of look at her. And I will hazard a glance at the entity behind me.
Say tiefling man by the look of it, except his claws on his feet are almost insectoid-like. They're chitinous and segmented and gross. He's got scales down his down his head, and his horns are like twisted and spiked and twirled. He's got a little bit of like some tattooing on his face, some earrings. He's got kind of a piratey vibe. But he's covered in knives. Including one that he has in his hand.
Okay. I'm just gonna, to a degree, I still actually don't understand fully what the fuck's going on, so I'm just gonna, like, put my hands up, you know, like, kind of an okay type of a shrug. And as a Hail Mary, I'm gonna Misty Step outside of the boat and book it towards the shore.
Okay.
And fly as fast as I can.
Okay. So you Misty Step out. Just for the sake of disclosure, because I'm trying to be good about this.
I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared.
What is it? What is it? What is it? What's happening?
The assassin, basically, that dude. Oh my god, Alora. Hold on.
Oh no.
I do have one more reroll.
Oh my lord.
That'll do it.
Oh no!
As you're fluttering away, you feel as a knife hits you in the shoulder, or in the, like, the low, hits you in the kidney, basically. I need you to give me a Constitution save.
You couldn't have let that 2 just...
Not with the 2 rerolls, not with the reroll I earned earlier, and the one that Alora just gave me.
It was a 2, it was a 5.
2 plus
Or was that
1.
for, wait. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's my con
What was your con?
save. My con's a +1, and I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Rerolls.
Okay, fine. Okay, I feel
just use
bad.
it.
I've been...
Do not feel bad. You were all by yourself.
Okay,
Besides, we don't have
that's
to use
a
them that
14, so a
often.
15.
15. I'm looking to see what it does.
There's these fucking questions.
Yeah, it really does.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. You are hit in the kidney.
Cool.
And you feel,
Shit stings.
one, you take a little damage, because,
Oh, cool.
you know.
How could I not, right?
You only take 1 damage, though. That's not that bad. No, probably
All
one,
right.
1 plus 3, so you take 4 damage.
Oh, okay.
He has to be proficient in knives if he hits you in midair.
Fair.
But then you feel a burning sensation at the wound in your back, and you start feeling heavy.
Okay.
I need you to give me, just for the sake of it, I need you to give me another con save.
I'm so afraid.
What have the dice said? What have the dice said?
Only a nat 1.
Oh my god,
Okay.
reroll.
What the fuck is happening right now?
Okay.
It's an 8
Okay.
with
so
a reroll.
That's just 1 fail. You start to feel like you can't feel your feet,
Okay.
and your hands are your fingertips are starting to get a little numb. Give me another save.
Okay.
We're gonna do a few here, so just be aware.
Okay. Okay, that's a little better. That's an 11 plus my +1 is 12.
Okay.
It's not very good, but it's better than 8.
That's fine. You get a little further out towards where are you
Okay.
going? You're going back towards the town.
I'm trying to book it towards dry land, but I need to. I'm only truly my purpose in getting far away is I need to get sending off. I need to cast sending. That's what I'm trying to do here. So as soon as I'm done dying, if I have the opportunity, I would love to call for help.
Give me one more save, and then you can
Okay.
call sending.
Cool. Oh my fucking god! I rolled 3 different. That's a 5.
Okay. How many fails is that since
We have
the
lots of
initial?
rerolls.
I don't know. I rolled
I think
a.
that's 2 fails since the initial one.
Okay.
So you can cast sending.
Call. I'm gonna call.
Okay, we're having a bidding war in the chat right now with
Holy-
rerolls. Aliette, raise hell.
I-
Oh my god!
Holy hell.
Aliette, for the next minute you have DM Fiat. What happens?
Oh my god.
Go. Mitchell, I love you.
1 minute
my knee.
timer
Oh,
starts
thank you.
now.
Okay. So Oliette is like hurtling towards the shore. Obviously losing what do you call it? Altitude.
Okay.
As whatever is happening, and it will
You
cast.
glance. I will say you see that your fingertips are starting to turn gray, almost stone-like.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So
30 seconds.
this is scary. Okay, so cast sending to the Queen of the Word, and as I am only able to like emit a strangled, like cry for help, she appears at the dock.
Okay. You have 9 seconds if you want to add a flourish to that.
And I start hurtling towards the water, but she sees it and she's here.
Okay. End of timer.
That's horrifying. Oh my god. Fuck.
Mitch. Okay.
Mitch,
Her Majesty of the Word
clutch.
appears like in the blink of, like you barely are glancing at the dock and you see blonde elven woman, her hair not really up anymore, it's down, there's no glasses, and you start hurtling towards the water. Give me one more Constitution save.
Oops, that's cocked. Oh my god. Even my dice are freaking out. Okay, 14. Is that anything? It's nothing,
The
is it?
saving throw was a 15.
Oh no!
So, what happens is you feel everything go heavy. Your wings stop moving fast. You almost feel like your lungs are getting stiff. It's hard to breathe. And it goes... I'm going back to chat because fuck you, Kyle. And you're not even aware of your surroundings as you hit the water with a massive splash of stone. And you don't remember anything else. You don't know how much time passes. And you wake up. You are in a cave. There's a little flurry of light. Just a weird little, like, motes of light as you blink and your eyes are open. And you hear Her Majesty... Or no, you don't hear Her Majesty. You hear a familiar, albeit irritated voice. Finally, oh my god, you're just... And you see Misery standing over you.
Kill me. Turn me back into a rock. Oh my god. Oh. Fuck.
If I could undo restoring you, I would. But I was told that I would be of some help here. You don't think that you're the only one that Her Majesty of the Word speaks to, do you? You think you're actually that special?
I'm overcome with jealousy at anyone who's never met you.
And she actually goes, Can we cut the crap for a minute? Like, this is fun, but I think it's probably better if we just have a actual conversation. And she sits. Elliot, I'm a pragmatist. I I do what I do because, one, it's fun, but two, because I know how to keep people in line. We have that in common. And I don't think it's worth us picking at each other until everyone is left in a giant crater from our magnificence.
What's your point, Misery?
My point is, give me assurances.
I'm Misery, yes, you're very pretty. You're super
Give me
cool.
assurances about what you promised me.
I told you, Misery, is that there will be a vacancy. That's the promise that I can make. If you're so good at keeping people in line, you shouldn't need me for the rest.
There is no harm in hedging bets.
That's
Let's
fair.
say a heartfelt and convincing recommendation. Doesn't have to be sincere, but you gotta sell it.
Oh.
You're good at
Oh.
pretending, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Then I think, if you're amenable to it, that maybe we can come to some sort of understanding. You know, not to mention I just saved your fucking life. You're welcome.
So you want me to go back to the Queen of the Word, whom you claim to be so close to, and give a recommendation on your behalf?
Oh, I want you to make sure that all the queens know that I'm a good fit.
Oh, you want me to lie to them? Okay.
I
Got
want
it.
you to tell them that if given the opportunity, I would be very effective. I mean,
Really understand what's happening here. I mean, really. Like, cutting the shit.
do I understand what's happening? Do you? How long were you unconscious?
I'm asking you what you know.
You're overthrowing trade.
And
And I stand to profit from it. And your friends are already on the battlefield. So I don't think you have much time to make this deal as cozy as you want it to be for you. Tick-tock.
if things go as they should. If you're left standing.
Don't worry
And
about me,
if-
baby girl.
If the vacancy is there and the right people are left standing, then I would be happy. More than happy. To recommendation is not the right word, I think. Share what I know in hopes that it nudges you towards your goal.
With a genuine attempt at helping me get there. Don't go pulling any bullshit of sabotaging it under the guise of honesty.
Never known me to be honest about anything.
Well, you seemed keen on the blue boy. It seemed pretty sincere. He's cute, but gotta tell ya, Elaine's looking good lately.
Good luck, bitch.
I usually do have that.
You'd need it.
What's the deal?
Is this an accord or what? Do you need me to sign something?
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Do you have it ready, or are we just going to keep wasting time so that you can feel superior?
Here. And she pulls a ring off her finger, and there's a clear, almost diamond stone on it. I do hereby swear that I will assist in your little, playing at soldiers. I'll make sure y'all don't die. And she pushes her hand against the ring, and there's a little, like, a little speck of red that comes off it, and the crystal turns pink. She hands the ring to you. Your turn.
Fine. And I will, in kind, I guess, copy what I saw her do.
When you do, she rolls her eyes. I was being sarcastic. In the middle of your sentence, so go ahead.
I promise that, again, should the right people remain standing, should we be victorious, and should the vacancy actually make itself available, I would be happy to let all of the queens know of your contribution in an attempt to nudge you towards your goal. I cannot make a promise as to what their decision will be, Misery.
Fair enough. I guess I better, I don't know, figure out some way to impress them.
You should start now.
Might do. And do you do the ring? You have to.
Yeah, I do so.
And when you sort of slide your finger across it, like one of the facets on the gem sort of snips a little bit, and the entire crystal turns blood red with the joining of your agreement. She takes the ring for insurance purposes. She slips it on.
Whatever.
What is the point of this if you're not going to be a little dramatic? God. Lighten up. Hand, please.
And I will take her hand.
And when you take her hand, there is a sizzle of lightning and thunder, and you both disappear in a cloud. When you reappear after a moment of, like you jump a little bit, there is the sound of being right next to a crack of thunder. Like you're in the middle of a thunderstorm cloud. And when the cloud parts, you see the remnants of a massive group of those skeletal sailors, and looks like even some undead, and then some pirates and other bullshit like that. A full 60-foot radius sphere around you, full of lightning. And everything in that ring seizes and hits the ground. And you are in the middle of it, and Missy's just... Do you think that's a good start?
Of me, and I'm gonna just take to the air so I can get a better viewpoint and look for my friends, I guess, if this is big.
You realize as you get a little higher that you are in the middle of a battlefield. There are mushrooms fungal climbing across the battlefield. There are the flickers of holy light as things are being smited in the name of your boyfriend. There are arrows sailing across the field in massive clouds that just hit the ground and take out a whole pile of... It's huge. And the last thing you see before we move on next week is a huge, almost mosh pit of destruction. And at the center is Her Majesty of the Trade and a lone knight with a shock of white hair and a sword. And we'll do a little rewind next week. Were you gonna do something, Chris?
No, are we in the forest? Are we in the desert?
You are in the desert.
Fine.
It started. We here.
And that's where we're at. We will see you all, as usual, an episode later than I anticipated, with the battle for the Book of Fables. You all are nuts. Viewers, thank you so much.
Holy shit, thank you guys.
And we
Oh
will,
my God.
And we'll see you all
God.
same time next week for the part 2 / conclusion of the fight. Really, tonight's episode should be called On Wednesdays We Wear, I don't remember what the joke was. What was the joke?
Real.
On
Wednesdays we wear war paint.
On Wednesdays We Wear War Paint should be tonight, and then next week should be Trading Blows, because that's actually the fight. So...
My God.
We'll figure it out. It'll probably be what we're doing now. It'll be fine. You all, yes, I echo Alora. Chris, thank you for being such a good sport with the fucking nonsense. And of course, the nonsense means that you all were so incredibly generous in supporting us tonight. We really, really appreciate it. And we can't wait to continue this story and have some... I'm gonna tell you, gonna be some fun shit next week as we explore what a battle with a queen of the trade looks like.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Fighting a fake queen.
All right, everybody. We will see you all here next week, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, here on We Are Nerdsmith. If you liked what you saw tonight and you want to continue supporting us, Twitch is great, but Patreon is a reliable, consistent source of support for us that will help us keep the lights on here at the network, pay our artists and our players, and continue to make really kick-ass content for you to watch and enjoy. Please, and thank you, Heather. Please join us on our Discord. We'll probably be tooling around there a little bit after this, just like decompressing a bit. We have a spoiler channel for Shenanigoons if you want to come hang out and talk about what happened. There will probably, I believe, this weekend or maybe late in the week be a rewatch if you caught the show later. One of our viewers, Mouse, will probably be making a thread in our Shenanigoons channel as she basically live tweets in the Discord about the episode, and we'll have a good time. Please check out our players in the chat. You've got their links to everybody's Twitter if you want to come hang out and follow these very, very cool people that I love playing with. And we'll thank you so much to our sponsors, Eldritch Foundry, World Anvil, and Die Hard Dice. And we will see you here next time for Shenanigoons. To be continued. Goodbye.